Emmy's channel. So I have an attack on my channel now. Now, let me tell you something like body or chieftess, crown minilin, whatever the flip you want to call yourself, right? If you are putting stuff out on front street, do you not know, do you not realize that people are not going to pick up what you are doing on the Instagram? What is wrong with your head? Are you that slow? Now, let me tell you something here now. I work hard to get this page to where it is, and I don't expect nobody, not even my best friend, whatever, to come, whatever, telling me I am what? What's how she put it? I am lying on her. I'm lying on her. How am I lying on you? You said you wanted money to go on a flight, right? And now you're saying that people are stringing your name. I'm talking about your daughter and all this stuff. Listen, people's followed you from when you was Crown Minilin. So when you're Crown Minilin, light body, whatever, Rasta dynasty. People are going to talk about you. Now, for me to come from my training and come see your stupidness, you putting on your stories that people is talking about you. And funny enough, right, it's strange because everybody always goes after the Ocean Yemi name because when they see that Ocean Yemi is like, they don't like it. Now, let me tell you something like body and Source Emperor could go and tell your ass that too, right? People are going to talk about you when you put your life out on social media. People are not going to not turn a blind eye to your fuckeries on social media. So if you feel that by you doing what you're doing, that it's going to stop people from talking about you, because there's going to be others that's going to come and they're going to talk about your ass. You and your daughter has sat on that Instagram from last year begging. Your daughter's pregnant at 17. When I found out she was pregnant at 17, and to be honest, right, even I wouldn't even want my daughter to be pregnant at 17, right? Because I have a 17-year-old too. And I don't expect that someone, a big woman, big, long, tooth woman looking like stick, like whatever you think, I don't know. Talk about the knowledge. You are too old for this. And you think that by doing this, that the how is going to get you somewhere, because when my page go, another page is going to come in its place and they're going to talk about your ass because you've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, right? You think you is nature boy, right? Let me tell you something. 1 year's a woman, right? And you feel because you in Uganda that it's all right to sit down and beg for donations and don't do nothing. Yet you're still justifying the playing this refund ticket, this never-ending argument about the refund ticket, and people must hand over their money. People who gave your son money, your son was so ungrateful, right? So ungrateful. Now, when people give me things, me always grateful, even if I don't give it back to them or I don't talk to them a lot, but I always grateful, okay? Gratefulness, manners take you enough places. You're a West Indian like me, and this is how you going on Instagram, right? Right, West Indians work hard, right? They work very hard. They don't just sit down and take whatever and don't do nothing. You said you was a braider. You said you was this, right? If you was a braider, go and braid, blast it here. Go to a Ugandan salon and go and work in one, right? Because at the end of the day, is you putting your daughter in danger. You have your daughter with a however old man, whether they call you Crown Menelin, whether they call you aka light body, whether they call you whatever, and you think the how right is right to come on social media. That's like me coming on social media with my big ass broad self and asking my supporters, my followers, the people who follow me on my pages, right, for money, and me just sit there and just take the money. Do you think that is fair? Now you are so ridiculous because this is one thing I hate, right? When people see my name, when they see the ocean name, when I know it's like the whole something come out to you. You there talk about being African and all this. You don't respect nothing because from the time you see Oshun, right, and Oshun is a goddess, she's merciful, but when she vexed, she's heartless and she'll brock you down and she'll mash up and she'll stamp on your head. Now, let me tell you something. When them Ugandans find out what you're there doing in Uganda, be sure they might even come at you. So just because of that little robbery happened just the other day, right? Don't think that's nothing, because that's nothing, right? Like I said, they could have raped you, they could have done you anything. You sit there on the Instagram. Now I've been on Instagram myself, right? And I've done one or two, like, I don't go on there consistently asking for money, asking for this and that. You are a strong woman. You are very capable of doing work. You and your daughter, right? Pregnant women in Africa does be doing work. They does be in the market. They does be doing loads of stuff. And you coming on Instagram after my name. Now let me tell you something. If I was such a wicked woman, we will send Instagram. We'll tell the people to go over Instagram and go and report your ass, because you are doing a lot. Because what you are doing is soliciting. Okay, so don't sit on there and try to play holy at thou, talking about carbonation, flipping knowledge, because carbonation is not knowledge. Carbonation is a whole cult, and what you are doing, you are following the cultishness, because that's exactly what you are. You thought you lot was smart and could go over from Puerto Rico to whatever, to Uganda, and go play the same game, and the people see through, because people saw you long time ago. Okay, I just came on the scene last year and I see your ass. When you said you was going to Texas to go and get work, I said, good on you. Okay? I never said, oh no, I've never come on Instagram and said, that wicked woman, don't even bother go over there. Never tell nobody that, because I'm linked to Song Good, and right, because Song Good, I follow Song Good, and I follow Deity Isis, who both follow you. Okay? And I also follow Source Emperor at one point. Now, Source Emperor, because I kept putting up his pictures, he get mad and me stop put up in pictures, right? Now, you a big ass, long tooth, nutty, sitting in on your, thinking that you is a queen, and you're sitting on your queendom. Let me tell you something, you're not sit on no queendom, because no queen will sit and get on like that, right? No queen would not beg people for money. The only way you beg is when you're really, really, really at dire straits. You have a whole 17-year-old daughter there. First, you give her to one called Adam. Okay? Now, if you really want people to know about your business, I will send all of the people over there. Let them go see for themselves, because when I'm talking, I said, when I talk about something, there's something about that, why I talk about it. But I put a message on your flipping underneath your videos, because like you there, I'll come after my page, because you're vexed with Grand Empress because she called you out, right? If Grand Empress call you out, she have a right to call you out, because you there depending on her in England. She in England, big old Birmingham. Instead of you go get a proper phone and go do the necessary and try and get a refund, right? Mind you, right? If you had any brain cells in your head, right, you would use that left and right atmosphere, because like you didn't talk about knowledge. This is a real knowledge. When you use your right and your left atmosphere, you use your brain, and you would determine, you go get your refund. You don't go and depend on somebody else to go do it all the way in England, right? And then afterwards, right, you're turning your frustration onto me and Lagos Ashe. Lagos Ashe is just putting out whatever you put out. You were saying, oh, my grandchild, whatever, she put out the child with the belly. So because the child is 17 years old, any woman who have a young child will do the same thing, will put you out on Front Street. You know why they'll put you out on Front Street? Because they want the world to see this is not right. Because what you're doing is not right. You're not doing nothing right. You have no right to come after my page, right? Because you don't know me from George, Adam, and Mildred, right? You feel because maybe your supporters is drying up, and they don't want to give you your money. Your daughter was supposed to be writing a book, mind you, from last year, the ending of last year. You asked her how many pages she's writing this book. Your daughter, think about it. It's like she didn't know how much pages. Now, if she so was writing that book, she would have been writing that book from a long time ago, not just now, okay? So don't come after Ocean Yummy, because you don't want me to send my peoples who's over there, because there's people over there, and I will tell them to go talk to your ass and go on your live and talk to us, because even when Grand Empress was trying to address you, you didn't accept her to come up on your thing. So to me, that shows me that you don't like accountability. Now, you're supposed to be accountable for your actions. When you're a big woman, because you're woman, you're not child, you're woman, okay? So don't come on here and come on my Instagram, right? I was a self-employed woman, okay? So I can talk. I have 5 children, right? And me never sit down one time. Anybody know will see me in the circuit? No. So don't even bother come aim your gun at me, because by the time you aim your gun at me, that's the worst thing you can do. Because the next thing I will do, I report your flipping page. Because that's what I will do. You come after this page, I will come after your page, because I'm fed up of people coming after this page, right? This page don't only talk about you lot and your flipping dramas and your whatever, right? I could do all that. I could turn this page into a whole what's it light body page, but I'm not going to, because I see what you're doing is wrong, and it's principle and it's morals, and even if you don't like it, that's your problem, because at the end of the day, all that universe and stuff you gotta talk about karma, when karma ready to kick your ass, you would know about it. Wait, you see now, hold on a minute. Hi. Let me just finish this live. I just on the live, mine, because this woman, they wanna give me headache. So the big woman, you just hear, you see how I have big daughter. You know how little baby. Me now my 17-year-old is studying and doing her thing. Your 17-year-old is pregnant in Uganda, right? So don't come after Ocean Yemi page. You come after my page. I bet you money I will come after your head. You don't want me come after your head, okay? You don't want me to switch, okay? So I'm gonna come off. I said my piece, and if I see her, if I see any Ocean Yemi, right? If I see her circling my name again, right? Because I don't do social media drama. But I tell you, what she's doing is soliciting anyway. So don't come putting my name in your bangarang because you're vexed with somebody else, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna come off.